Hi, I'm Jessica Blatt. I'm the parent of a third grader who did not take the ELA test and who will not be taking the math test. Like her, 85% of the students in her grade did not take the test and will not be taking the test. And there's a lot of reasons that parents have refused the test, and I'm sure you're going to hear a lot about them. But I want to emphasize that one reason that none of the parents that I know opted out was because we don't value assessment and we don't value critical thinking. It's really the opposite. We opted out of the tests because we think that the tests and the way that they are used don't stand up to critical thinking, and we think that the system shortchanges our kids. We think it shortchanges our kids in a number of ways. By crowding out the kind of teaching that makes kids want to learn and able to think creatively and critically, and also by creating a teacher evaluation system that doesn't make sense and that rewards test prep over inspired teaching. The city and the state have already acknowledged that tests are not a good measure of student learning by delinking them from promotion. That's great, we've been saying that all along. But if the tests are not a good measure of student learning, does it make sense to say that they're a good measure of teaching? For that matter, does it make sense to use them to evaluate teachers who don't teach the tested subject, or who may not even teach the children that are being tested? So does it make sense to evaluate art teachers according to math scores, or K teachers, or kindergarten teachers according to third grade scores? It doesn't make any sense. And because we value it, we think it's crucial to have meaningful assessment of our kids' learning and help parents and teachers and kids understand what they need and help them learn better. We also think it's important to have meaningful assessment for teachers that will help them learn better. So when we see a system that doesn't make sense, that is based on inappropriate or downright irrelevant measures, we feel cheated. Or when we see a test that constantly tells teachers working with high needs populations or kids who are struggling, you need to do more test prep. Again, we feel cheated. We feel cheated when teachers are discouraged from working with the students who need them most. And we know it's easier for bureaucrats and policymakers to look at numbers than to do the hard work of working with educators and mentoring teachers. But we don't accept that. We don't accept that we can outsource the problem to Pearson and call it a day. We want the kind of excellence that our children deserve.